African culture has eminence across the globe, whether if it's films from South Africa, music from Nigeria, or even artifacts from Egypt. Although, East African countries have remained somewhat absent from the international awareness compared to other countries. But now, there's a rumble of energy coming from Kenya that we cannot help but notice, particularly when it comes to their music.
Yo, rhymes. You eat this up, but we are looking for a dime.
There's this notion that African music has all these tribal sounds which aren't present in the urban sphere. That's the biggest amount of...
No, that's a patty.
That's it.
When we look at Kenya, the best word to describe what's going on there is simply eclectic. When we think Nigeria, we think Afrobeat. Though with a place like Kenya, it's not a singular style that encapsulates the sounds of the masses. The artists that are generally associated with the alternative Kenyan sound include EA Wave, Blinky Bill, Cosmic Homies, and Karun. The first time we met our guest for today's episode of The Music That Made Me, this guy walked into the room and we were like, yo, this guy looks like such a musician. I'm talking about DJ, producer, musician, and recently a TED Fellow too.
The influence of African music on pop culture is immense, but has been downplayed.
Bill Salanga, aka Blinky Bill. Bill has been surrounded by music almost all of his life. His mom used to play guitar, and after some time, she stopped. They say that the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, and he began playing as well. He continued to make music in his adolescence and even in college where he was studying sports science. There was a slight problem though. Bill and his friends were not really doing well in class. Eventually, they were like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just do what we love. Let's just do what we're good at. Just a Band was formed. Just a Band is a house, funk, and disco collective whose career was launched with a debut album called Scratch to Reveal in 2008. The story of Just a Band is one that is exceptional and pretty much deserving of its own video, especially because they were at the forefront of urban fusion in Kenya. After 3 successful albums with Just a Band, Bill began carving his own career. Bill actually saw his real name in a newspaper and he thought to himself, damn, that is a boring name. Instead of Bill Salanga, he went with Blinky Bill, a cartoon which he was named after in high school.
This is the story of Blinky Bill and Flap and Nutsy too, and Wombo Ruff and Marcia and Splodge the kangaroo.
In his catalogue, you'll find Everyone's Just Winging It and Other Flat Tales. This project features other noticeable names such as Sample the Great and Petite Noir. If you look through the production credits of Goldlink's new album, you'll also see Blinky Bill's name on Tiff's freestyle. I can't stand here and lie to you and tell you that Blinky Bill makes a specific kind of music. The whole project is literally an amalgamation of various forms of music, including jazz, soul, R&B,
2 hours later,
funk, Afrobeat, electronica. You know what? You get my point. And yeah, before we get into it, I do want to remind you to hit that red button and please subscribe. There are also videos that we are not putting up on our YouTube for some reason that are on our social pages. So please do follow us on those. You know what? Now we can get into it.
Number 5 would be The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill for me. Such a super influential project. I still listen to that album till now, and it's one of those that you can see there was so much love that went into it, like a lot of thinking as well. The production was crisp. There's a song with D'Angelo.
Your love makes me feel 10 feet tall.
Man, that was a crazy album. Top notch for me. Songs in the Key of Life, Stevie Wonder. Stevie is a big influence for me in terms of his arrangements and how he play. He's a master musician, and the arrangement on Sad Duke. The band was super tight on it. There's a bunch of really good songs on that. And Stevie is a man. And I don't even think, like, I'm even forgetting other influential projects of his, so I'll stick with this one for now. Number three. I feel like for where I was at the time, A Rush of Blood to the Head by Coldplay, like, really hit me hard when it came out. God put a smile upon my face. Where do we go? Nobody knows.
I've gotta say I'm on my way.
I really like that album. Which other songs were it? Yellow. And I've just watched that documentary as well, so maybe it's also really fresh in my head.
To really get the full story, you've got to go back to when we met. I mean, it really does feel like a lifetime ago.
This guy has been following them for 20 years. So it's like you can see them in college crashing in a small living room till they become like global superstars. And Chris Martin was like, we are going to become global superstars.
We're just going to go on to be such a huge band. Guy, Will, John and Chris. Don't you forget. Massive.
2, I'd give it to Off the Wall, Michael Jackson. I think that was the album that like made people know how badass he was. I think it was just before Thriller. My dad used to play that album all the time. Man, why do they have to drag Michael Jackson in the streets like this when he can't defend himself?
He just came across as a loving, caring, kind soul. It was easy to believe that he was just that.
I know someone's gonna come for my neck, but it influenced me. I wasn't there in this room when whatever happened. But Michael Jackson, but do your thing, bro. This is my top 5 albums for today. It's not my top 5 albums of life. For today, I'm gonna give it to Mr. Wanna take a wild guess? Mr. Kanye West.
If everything I did failed, which it doesn't, it actually succeeds, but if everything I did failed, just the fact that I'm willing to fail is an inspiration. People are so scared to lose that they don't even try.
For now, I'm gonna give it to College Dropout, because I can literally remember where I was when I first had All Falls Down.
And when it falls down, who you gonna call now?
And like I was in a cyber cafe and I'd been listening to, a couple of months before I'd been listening to the Lauryn Hill Unplugged project. And so I'm sitting here and I'm listening to that guitar, but it's been sped up. I'm just like, who is that? Like, I know this song, why does it sound so different? So I went to the counter and asked them, whose song is this? And they were like, this guy called Kanye West. Songs on there that are not even the main radio hits. Drug dealing just to get by, tempted to get sky high. There's a song where he's doom, 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 doom. Can I just play that song? Can I play it?
I am. And they ask me.
Like with Kanye, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy sounds nothing like Late Registration. Graduation was such a joyful project. For today, I'm gonna give that to Kanye West, College Dropout.
All of our previous episodes here at Unscene have featured a wide range of South African artists. It's so great to be able to feature artists from various African countries, and I think Blinky Bill is a great start. I personally don't think us as South Africans listen to music from our brothers and sisters in other African countries, and this shit needs to stop, yo. Anyway, that's just a personal thing. I could get into that, but not right now. I do want to say though, shout out to Radisson Red though. We've literally been given the opportunity to shoot at their spaces, and whoa, it is so comfortable here. We've been editing here for a while, and now we're also shooting here, and we actually starting to feel like family. This is really, really great. Even though we are working here, there's still a sense that we feel like we're at home. Everything from ping pong to sipping fine cocktails at the pool, or even enjoying a lovely sunset. So if you are coming from outside of Cape Town, make this your stay. Talking about Red, please do not forget to hit that red button and do subscribe to us. We also have left a link down to the albums that Billy has mentioned below and some of his own music and where to find him. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's Lou here bringing you amazing information about African music, and I will see you on the flip side. Cool.
I love Kid Cudi.
Oh dude! Oh. Kid Cudi is my hero.
Kid Cudi is my dude.